Hello, and thank you very much for the global campaign to demand climate justice, for their support and for hosting me. My family and I have been so moved to see the huge support that Alaء has had from climate organizations from across the world. I hope that one day we can repay you, really. It's heartwarming. At this conference, the most vulnerable are supposed to negotiate with the most powerful. So I want to say that whatever chance my brother has at surviving will come from people who are vulnerable. It will come from those paying the price for others' luxury, from those locked into a system they did not choose. Although this has been the most difficult time my family has ever faced, whatever happened, I feel like Alaء has won the cause. The symbolic battle has been won. By your show of support. I just hope his body and he is not sacrificed for it. He's not in prison for the Facebook post they charged him with. He's in prison because he's someone who makes people believe the world can be a better place. He's someone trying to make the world a better place. And if he could see everything that so many people have done for him, he would be comforted that he's right. I know he would be very happy. So we have not yet been defeated. But right now, all we know is that Alaء stopped drinking water 50 hours ago. We don't know where he is. We don't know if he's alive. My mother waited outside the prison gates for 10 hours yesterday for her weekly letter. They didn't give her one. She's back at those gates right now. I asked the British authorities to get us some proof that Alaء is alive and conscious. I did not get any response. Right here in this conference center, the Egyptian foreign minister, who is also the COP president, has been giving interviews saying there is nothing to worry about and that the prison have medical facilities. President Sisi made a commitment to President Macron that Ala's health will be preserved, and these statements really worried me. Are they force-feeding my brother right now? Is he handcuffed in a bed, put on IVs against his will? This is what it sounds like to me when they say preserve his health, but not acknowledge his hunger strike and not allow consular access. For the entire time Alaء has been on a hunger strike, the prison refused to allow him an independent medical examination. They forged a fake medical report in July without examining him. They said he has access to 3 meals a day while he was on hunger strike. I don't trust them. My brother doesn't trust them, and he repeatedly refused their medical examination, demanding that an observer from his lawyers or the British consulate be present. This demand was never accepted. This is a man who has denied himself food for 7 months because he wants to meet with his embassy. It's a very simple ask. Just let the embassy access. If that's... So to tell me that he could now be handcuffed to a bed, being force-fed, that this is some kind of a solution is grotesque. If that's the case, then he has been plunged into an even worse nightmare than he was already in. We know that they're happy for him to die. The only thing they care about is that it doesn't happen while the world is watching. But the world is watching, and it's not only watching the Egyptian authorities, it's also watching other governments, including the UK government and other Western governments complicit in our oppression, who benefit from our oppression. Everyone always talks about how strong the UK and Egypt relationship is. Is torturing a dual citizen part of that strong relationship? This has to end. It can end. There are 3 ways for it to end. Let the British embassy visit him, or put him in a plane out of Egypt today, or he will die. He will be relieved of this nightmare. But Alaء shouldn't be forced anything against his will. I would also like to remind that my family's ordeal it's an extreme example, but it's not the only example. There are tens of thousands of political prisoners in Egypt. There are more around the world. Climate activists get arrested, kidnapped, in Latin America, we face the same kind of oppression, and our cause is one, and I'm really, really thankful to your solidarity.